For years, I kept a secret from my mum. A big one. I was rich, and she had no idea. It sounds crazy, right? But it all started with a silly little app I made in my bedroom when I was 15. It was a simple game, something to pass the time. I put it on the App Store for $1, not expecting much. But then, something incredible happened. It went viral. First a few downloads, then hundreds, then thousands, then millions. But the money started pouring in, more than I could ever have imagined. I was a teenage millionaire, but my life at home didn't change one bit. We lived in a small, cozy apartment. My mum worked 2 jobs, a waitress by day and a cleaner by night, just to make ends meet. She was always tired, her hands rough from work, but her smile was always the warmest thing in the world. I saw the bills piling up on the kitchen counter. The worry lines etched on her forehead when she thought I wasn't looking. And every time I saw that, a knot of guilt tightened in my stomach. Why didn't I just tell her? I was scared. I was a kid. What would she think? Would it change everything? Would she stop looking at me like her son and see me as a walking bank account? I was afraid of losing the simple, loving home we had. So I kept my secret locked away. I opened a separate bank account, managed it all online, and continued my life as a normal high school student. I still did my chores, I still got an allowance of $20 a week, and I still ate my mum's delicious but simple homemade meals. Meanwhile, in my secret digital life, I was investing, learning about stocks, and watching my fortune grow. It felt like living in 2 different worlds. In one, I was just Leo, the kid who was okay at math and loved his mum's spaghetti. In the other, I was a silent tycoon. The temptation to spend the money was huge. I could have bought a fancy car, designer clothes, anything I wanted. But what was the point if I couldn't share it? What good was a mansion if my mum was still scrubbing floors? So I started using the money, but secretly. When the old fridge finally gave out, a brand new one was delivered the next day. The delivery note said we'd won a local supermarket sweepstake. My mum was overjoyed. She hugged me so tight, saying, "Leo, can you believe our luck?" I just smiled and said, "You deserve it, Mum." When she was suffering from a terrible toothache but kept putting off the dentist because it was too expensive, I found a dental grant program online and helped her apply it. A week later, a letter arrived saying all her treatment was covered. The relief on her face was worth more than all the money in my account. I became a master of lucky breaks and coincidences. A leaky roof, a city grant for home repairs came through. Winter coats getting thin. We won a shopping spree at the department store. For years, our lives improved in small, unbelievable ways. Our little apartment became cozier, our worries became fewer, and my mum started to smile more. She was still working hard, but she wasn't as tired. She attributed it all to a streak of good fortune. "We must have a guardian angel looking out for us, Leo," she'd say, her eyes shining. I was her guardian angel, but she never knew. The years went by. I finished high school and got into a good college. I'd set aside enough for tuition, of course, but I pretended to get a full scholarship. My mum threw a small party for me. She made my favorite cake and invited all our neighbors. She was so proud, she couldn't stop telling everyone, "My Leo, he's so smart." A full scholarship, seeing her so happy, so proud of me for something I had earned through hard work, felt 1,000 times better than just paying my way through it. The breaking point came during my second year of college. I got a call. My mum had collapsed at work. I rushed to the hospital, my heart pounding in my chest. The doctor came out with a grim expression. It was her heart. Years of overwork and stress had taken their toll. She needed a major, very expensive surgery, and she needed it soon. The doctor started talking about insurance, payment plans, and financial aid, but I barely heard him. I walked into her room. She was pale, hooked up to machines, but she still managed a weak smile when she saw me. "Don't you worry about me, Leo," she whispered, "and don't you dare worry about the money. We'll figure it out. We always do." That's when I broke. All the years of secrets, of lies, of lucky breaks, it all came crashing down. Tears streamed down my face. I took her hand. "Mum," I choked out, "we don't have to figure it out. I can pay for it." She looked at me, confused. "What are you talking about, sweetie? With your scholarship money?" I shook my head. It was time. "No, Mom." I took a deep breath. "I have money. A lot of money. I'm rich." I told her everything about the app, the downloads, the secret bank account, the fake sweepstakes, the grants, the scholarship. I talked and talked, the words tumbling out of me. When I finally finished, I looked at her, terrified of her reaction. Would she be angry? Disappointed? She was quiet for a long time, just looking at me. Then she slowly reached out and wiped a tear from my cheek. "Oh, Leo," she said, her voice soft. "My silly, silly boy." She wasn't angry. She wasn't disappointed. She just looked at me with a love so deep it took my breath away. "You did all that ... for me." I just nodded, unable to speak. "You know," she said, a small smile playing on her lips, "I always wondered, a new fridge, a new roof. Our luck was a little too good to be true. I think, deep down, a part of me knew it was you. My son, my guardian angel." She squeezed my hand. "I'm not proud of you because you have money, Leo. I'm proud of you because of what you did with it. You have a good heart. That's richer than any bank account. My mum got the surgery. I paid for the best doctors, the best care. I didn't have to invent a miraculous medical fund this time." During her recovery, I finally convinced her to quit her jobs. I bought her a beautiful little house with a garden, something she'd always dreamed of. For the first time in her life, she could just rest. She didn't change, though. She still cooked my favorite spaghetti, still worried if I was eating enough, and still gave the warmest hugs. And me, I learned the most important lesson. Money is just a tool. It can buy comfort, it can fix problems, but it can't buy what truly matters. It can't buy a mother's love or the pride in her eyes. The real treasure wasn't the number in my bank account. It was the love I was trying so hard to protect. And in the end, I realized I didn't need to hide to protect it. I just needed to share it. Thanks for listening to my story. Remember to cherish the people you love. They're the real riches in life.